Hello, it's Sonia here with The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So normally I post videos about crocheting, and occasionally I do post videos about knitting, and those videos usually consist of crochet pattern tutorials or crochet stitches and also knit pattern tutorials. And occasionally I do post videos about Tunisian crochet. I love all of those crafts, all the yarn crafts. And today's video is just going to be a catching up video. We're almost to the end of March, and it might even be April when this video goes up. I'm not sure. So I just thought I would share what's been happening for the month of March, any projects that I might have finished, what I'm working on right now. This month was kind of a milestone month for me. As some of you know, I lost my husband. It's actually been a year now. This week we had our year anniversary. So it's kind of been a rough week for us here, but we got through it, and we did have the day planned. So any of you that have suffered a loss, I do recommend for those milestone days, as I call them, to try to have a plan. It just makes the day a little bit easier. Not that it's easy by any means, but it just kind of helps your mind to focus on something else besides just your loss. And we didn't want to just sit home and be sad all day. I mean, so my kids and I, my kids all took off from school, and we went out to one of my husband's favorite restaurants, and then we saw a show together, and it was really, really nice. Just made the day a little bit easier. So I just recommend, just to have a plan. I just find that to be helpful. So like when we had my husband's birthday came around, we did something together as a family. Same for Father's Day, Christmas, all those, milestone days. It just kind of helps the day be a little less painful. So I also want to thank everyone for their kind words this year. I really, really appreciate everyone's support during this time. It's definitely been a difficult year for myself and my kids, and I'm just trying to find my way because my life has been completely turned upside down. But again, I just wanted to thank everyone for, everyone has been so supportive on here, and I really do appreciate it so much. It does help brighten my day, for sure. So yeah, I'm trying to learn how to move forward. I don't really like the term moving on so much. I feel like when you say moving on, it means you're leaving something behind, and we'll never, leave my husband and my kid's dad behind. It'll always be in our hearts, but we do have to learn to move forward and try to forge a new life without him, which definitely has a lot of challenges. We've been cleaning out things. My husband was a bit of a hoarder with tools, so that's been a big job, but I am really blessed to have family and friends to help me, and I've just been trying to kind of, as I say, take over, or not take over, take back my house. My husband was always trying to turn the house into his garage, and we have a garage, and that was always kind of the frustration and the joke in the house, because there was just tools everywhere in the kitchen and our family room, our bedroom. So I'm just, trying to keep the tools in the garage. So that's been a lot as what's been going on around here. Plus we have our dog. Some of you know I got a puppy for my kids, and now he's 1 year old, and he still acts like a puppy. He's crazy. I'll post a picture of him, as he's quite a big boy now. And we'll be getting him fixed in a couple weeks, so he's not going to look forward to that. But maybe it'll help chill him out just a little bit. He's definitely got a lot of energy, but he's definitely put a lot of smiles back in our house for sure. So I didn't get to do a whole lot of projects this month. I was able to work on some things. I'm still trying to finish up my Christmas series, which I'm hoping the last video might be up before you see this one, or this one might be up first. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I'm hoping to have that one up before the end of March. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed I can get it done. It's in the editing process, but that was this sweater. I did a series called 12 Days of Winter Wear, which just was things that you wear in the winter time. And now we're heading into spring, but I live in Pennsylvania, and so, you know, weather is just, it's crazy. Like, we've had almost 80-degree days. Today it's freezing. I've seen some snow, and tomorrow it's not even going to crack. I think it's going to be a high of 32, which I'm not really thrilled about, and it's been all over the place. So it's often winter. But yeah, the patterns, I can post the link to that playlist if you're interested in that. I made hats, there's mittens, there's, what else did scarves, lots of ear warmers, and the final pattern is going to be a sweater, and it's a pretty basic sweater. It's going to be the Casual Friday sweater, and I've never done a sweater pattern for adults before. I've done babies and dolls. I do a lot of doll patterns, but I wanted to do one for big people. So this one, it's just about done. It's very, very simple, and it's very customizable. So I'm hoping that just about any size can make it. You know, we all come in different shapes and sizes, and all of us are beautiful in our own way. And I just wanted to make a pattern that hopefully, you know, you can make it to fit your size and to your taste. If you want a more fitted sweater, a looser sweater, or something in between, you know, hopefully you'll be able to accomplish that. So I'm trying to have lots of tips, and I am going to have a written pattern too. And I'll probably have the written pattern for free for a little while, and then I might change it to paid. I'm not quite sure, but in the beginning it's going to be free on Ravelry, because I know some people don't really enjoy videos and prefer a written pattern, and other people prefer videos and don't like written patterns, and some people like both. So I'm trying to kind of you know, make everyone happy, which, you know, of course is impossible. But I did make 2 of those sweaters, and I did show the one last time. I was actually wearing it, and I really have been enjoying. I made 2. Wearing the sweaters are super, super comfortable, and I just wanted that sweater to have that vibe where you just throw it on and you just feel comfy, and you know, that was kind of what I was going for. So here is the one sweater which I was wearing before, and I made it with 2 different colors, and you can make yours in one color, in rainbow colors, you know, however you would want to do it. And it's basically just using one stitch. It's a half double crochet, and you just kind of use it in a different way. It's made completely in the round, and I just wanted mine, it's a little baggy, but it's not totally like super, super baggy. Just something in between, like I said, just something to throw on that looks really cute with jeans or leggings or whatever. However, sorry, my hair's been so staticky and it's like sticking to my face. But anyway, I just, wanted something that was really something easy wear. And the nice thing with this is, I know a lot of crochet sweaters, sometimes you have to wear something underneath of them, like a tank top or whatever, a turtleneck, because they can be a little see-through, where with this one, it's not. You can just, you know, throw it on, and you don't have to worry, you know, about something showing that you don't want to be showing. It's a great stitch for that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this sweater a lot, and it was made with worsted weight yarn. I used an eye hook, or 5.5 millimeter, and yeah, the worsted weight or number 4 yarn, and it was Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I don't know the colorway. I would say it's like a, almost like a teal ocean blue type, and then, you know, the multicolored here. And you might notice I have a different background. I'm trying to just play around with different backgrounds, so I don't know if this is one that's going to stay. There's just curtains in my room that I like to film in, but sometimes I was filming on my yellow wall, which a lot of people didn't really like the yellow wall. I guess it didn't really show up well on camera. And then I was filming on a white wall, so I thought I would try the blue curtains, or like a navy blue, and, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I did make another sweater. So here is the second one that I made, and this one was made again with an eye hook, but I used DK weight yarn, and this is Ice Yarns Magic Light, I think is the brand. Ice Yarns has so many different yarns. And I actually used two different colors. It kind of doesn't look like it. I'm looking on the monitor there and it just doesn't, it almost looks like it could be all one color, but it's actually two different colors. So the one was a multicolored like purple and brown, and the other one was just multicolored like browns and creams. And my daughter thought that they worked together, and I think it's kind of fun. Like, it's definitely kind of crazy, but I did just wear this one. I just finished this one, so I wore it for the first time this week, and it's this super soft. Like, this is very nice yarn. I'm really like the way this one feels, and it does wash up pretty well. And again, super happy, and my daughter thought it was really cute. Yeah, so just a basic sweater, long sleeves. You could, make yours with shorter sleeves if you would like. You probably could even make this with even lighter weight yarn than DK weight if you wanted to use sport weight, or maybe even a fingering weight. You can just play around with the hook sizes, but I did want mine a little bit slightly baggier. And it falls, I'll show a picture of me wearing it, like just slightly below my waist. I didn't want it too long, and I'm a very short-waisted person. Like, I'm like mostly legs and like very like nothing to my middle section, so I don't like things too long on me. It just looks weird on me, but on someone else, a really long sweater might look really cute, but not on me. So yeah, hopefully this sweater will be out. I'm almost done. I'm like more than halfway done on the editing, and I usually, when I do my patterns, I edit and I write them at the same time, so it takes a little bit longer to get it out, but I just find that it works a little bit easier for me to do it that way. So again, I am more than halfway done on this, so the sweater might already be out when this video comes out, or this video will come out and then the sweater will come out shortly after. So if I do have the sweater out before this video comes out, then I will have a link below, so please check the description box. I try to put links down there for anything that I talk about on here that you might be interested in. So I was able to finish one more thing that I've been working on for a long time, and that's something that's next on the list. So what I mean next on the list is this American Girl doll set, or 18-inch doll set, that I have been working on forever, and I finally got it done. I have all the filming done. So then next step is going to be editing and writing out the pattern, and I'm trying to finish up that sweater first before I get started on this one. But hopefully sometime in April I will have this one out, and you're probably tired of hearing about it, seeing it, because I've been working on it forever, and it's not difficult at all. It's just between everything going on in my life, my husband's death, and the trying to do that series at Christmas time, it just kind of fell through the cracks. But finally finished it, and this is going to be, I'm hoping to be more of like a beginner friendly pattern. So some people, I had a little controversy with some American Girl doll patterns that I actually took down. So just a lot of complaining, and I just decided I don't need that kind of stress in my life, so I took them down. But this one I'm hoping will be a lot easier for beginner crocheters, and I try to just be a little bit slower on that. So if you're more advanced, it might be a little tedious for you to follow along, but I will have a written pattern for this set. So it's a top and a skirt set. So here we go. This is Sage, my daughter's doll. So I made a little it's actually a little a halter top here. I make a lot of halter top patterns, and I can make other things, I promise. I like the halter tops because I find it to be easier dressing, and it's just nice if like a young child is playing with this set. You don't have to worry about like buttons, them eating buttons. Kids do crazy things, and so I just find that to be a little bit easier for younger ones. But yeah, it's a halter top, and it just ties around her neck in the back. And then I made a little matching skirt. And the skirt's just an easy drawstring, and you can style it however you wish. I have it here with the little bow in the front, but you could certainly have it in the back if you would like. And you could make the skirt shorter if you wanted, or even longer. It just depends on, you know, what look you're going for. Or you could just make the skirt by itself and wear a different top with it. Or in the same, I mean, this would be cute if your doll had like little shorts or little jeans or whatever, you know, it's be a cute little top, you know, one of those mix and match things for your dolly's wardrobe. So yes, this is very, very simple, just made in the round using basic stitches. I did use, this is fingering weight yarn, just some leftover that I have from my stash. I still have so much yarn, but it's, yeah, fingering weight, or I know some of that yarn is labeled like baby yarn, like you've probably seen it in the stores, and they call it baby yarn, which is more of a, you know, it's very lighter weight yarn, and that's all this is. And then the trim is some weird yarn that I don't know what it is. It's probably a little heavier weight than a fingering weight, but it's has like those like ridges in it almost. It's like bumpy. It's not a smooth twist. Kind of like that Bernat baby coordinates. I don't even know if they still sell that yarn, but some of you might know what I'm talking about. The yarn doesn't have a smooth twist. It's kind of like bumpy. That usually came in really pretty colors, but it's just like a weird bumpy texture. I guess I prefer yarns with a smoother twist. That's just my personal preference, but I know that yarn was quite popular, and again, the colors were super pretty, so it's kind of that type of yarn, but even bumpier than that, so I don't know what it is. But I just decided to use it as a trim because I thought it was cute. This is like a very, almost like a, I wouldn't say it's like off-white, it's almost like a very pale yellow. It's probably not showing like that on the camera. And then this is like a cute little berry color. But, you know, you can use whatever, you know, you would want. You know, I don't recommend using worsted weight with this yarn, with this pattern. I think it would be too big unless you bump down a hook size, but then that might make it a little challenging. So I would definitely recommend a lighter weight yarn with this pattern. You probably could use some decate weight yarn, like, well, I mentioned the ice yarns, decate weight, that would probably work okay. Or, oh, what is it called? Stylecraft decate weight. That would be a really good one. I do have some international viewers, and I know sometimes in other countries it's harder to get the worsted weight, so I know a lot of decate weights available in a lot of other countries besides the US. I feel like US, you know, our go-to yarn is worsted weight, and it seems like in other countries, decate weight's their go-to yarn. So you definitely could use a decate weight with this pattern, and I think it would work really well. But if you have a doll that, some of the 18-inch dolls have a slimmer build, just, you know, they're still 18 inches, but like their bodies are just different. So if you do have a doll like that, this is an American Girl doll, and they can vary too in sizes. If you do have a different doll than American Girl, you know, just be mindful that her build might be a little bit different than the one I have. And so if yours is a little bit of a slimmer build, then I would recommend using fingering weight yarn. I think if you used a heavier yarn, it just would be a little too big. The skirt, it wouldn't really matter as much because it's drawstring. You just pull it up and you just cinch it closed and, you know, tie it in a bow, and you know, that'll fit, you know, just about any doll. The only issue you might have is the length. So if you made it just how I made it, then yours might be a little bit longer, but that's an easy fix. If you wanted it to be shorter like this, you just, you know, would not have as many rounds, and, you know, that would be, you know, pretty easy fix there too if you wanted to get a shorter length. So yeah, these were the projects that I was able to complete for March, and as I said last video, I am still working on stitches of the week. So if this is your first time watching, every Wednesday I do something called the Crochet Stitch of the Week, where I feature a stitch and a tutorial that goes along with the stitch. And I'm up to, I think this past week was 77 or 78, I'm not sure. And I'm going to cap it at 100, as I said before. So once I reach 100 stitches, then I'm going to start making like squares that you could either use as blanket squares, you know, put them all together, make a blanket, or use them as dishcloths, or, you know, whatever you wanted to do with the squares. But yeah, I'm not going to keep going past 100 because I would like to do some other things that's all I have for you for this video here, and I really appreciate, all of you for your support, as I said before. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching.